It is Showdown with Brown time. Mark Malusis with the owner of Empire Automotive Group, Michael Brown. What's going on, Michael? How are you?
All good, Moose.
Championship week is upon us. AFC, NFC title games are set. We'll get to that momentarily. We do this each and every week. We give you an opportunity to win a 3-year lease on an automobile at the end of the football season. Only got a couple NFL Sundays to go. What you need to do is go to shopempireauto.com/pick-win-drop, register. Michael's going to make a selection against the spread. He will on Championship Sunday, one of the two games. If he's correct, we draw your name after you register, and you know what? You're in the running for that car. Doesn't get any easier than that. All right, Michael, let's talk a little football before we get into the championship games. A lot of rumors swirling around about potentially Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets, because report from Schefter and ESPN that Green Bay Packers will explore trading Aaron Rodgers, not to an NFC team, but to an AFC team. Everybody would like Aaron Rodgers. The question is, what will it cost to get Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, who wouldn't like Aaron Rodgers?
Right.
You know, one of the best players to ever play the game. The issue is what you just said. What is it going to cost? And look at the future. Are you putting all the chips in the middle of the table for a 1 or 2 year run at this to see if you can get it? Because I'll tell you what, if you go in for Aaron Rodgers, you're giving up 2 first-round picks. You're going to have young guys coming out of contract in a few years, and you're not going to be able to. You don't have the artillery to replace these guys. So you're almost starting over again. You have pieces of a very winning organization, but you don't have the full gamut.
No.
You know, you still need a couple of linemen. You need probably a linebacker or a safety. You know, you still are pieces away. And you know, you also have Corey Davis.
But let me ask you this: say if you win a Super Bowl in the next couple of years with Aaron Rodgers,
it's worth it.
Okay,
it's worth it.
That's the gamble, because that's ultimately the question. But
here's the question.
Now
again.
it's difficult to do. I get it, but that's the gamble.
Is Aaron Rodgers what's needed? Like, if you look at last season, he didn't have a great year.
No, he did not.
I wouldn't even rate it as really good. Now, his body of work, it speaks for itself. How would Aaron Rodgers be in New York? How would he mesh with the coaching staff, with that locker room? There's a lot of questions, and I just don't know those answers.
Well, and is Rodgers willing to do the necessary work to develop the chemistry he'd have to with the receivers the Jets have? He could alleviate a lot, and I'll tell you this. The Jets might still be playing if you stick Aaron Rodgers on this team this year with the defense they had.
I agree 100%, but here's the question. With this O-line and where they're going to be are they going to be able to protect him enough? And I know he'll get rid of the ball. I know what he's capable of and what he can see down the field. He's far and above, a clear choice compared to what we had. Right?
Yes.
But look at alternatives like Jimmy G, like Derek Carr, where you're not giving up premium picks to get someone that could be making the easy look easy.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what's been talked about. So you're getting two different things. And you get a guy like Carr in, he could be your staple for 5 years.
He could be.
And that's something that would be a little more security for this organization that we could actually build around. You're not building around Aaron Rodgers for 5 years. Probably not even 3 years. You're going to get a year or two out of him, and it's all chips in the middle of the table.
And the other thing is, once you bring Rodgers here, it's all about Aaron Rodgers. He becomes the identity of the Jets. It's no longer about Sauce Gardner, Quinnen Williams, Garrett Wilson, anybody else.
Yeah, and then if you don't win the Super Bowl, what happens when he leaves? It's blown up.
That's true. Yeah, you're left with nothing else. All right. Over the Giants, it came crashing in on Saturday night to the Philadelphia Eagles, losing 38-7. Now there was no expectations on the Giants coming into the season, Michael, so it's hard to completely tear them apart for losing to a team that, in all likelihood, or has the capability in a couple weeks of celebrating a Super Bowl title. I mean, that's how good the Philadelphia Eagles are. It showed the Giants how far they need to go and where they need to get to.
Yeah, it showed me coaching's only going to take you so far.
Fair.
And that's what I saw the other day. I feel badly. I took the Giants. I really wanted to see them win. I was kind of willing it for the Giants fans. It's been an exciting year for them. The coaching staff has come in and gotten the most out of these players, but you are weapons away. Multiple weapons. You need a receiver or two. You need a lockdown corner that's going to take that number one receiver out. You need pieces, and I think you got to retain Daniel Jones. I can't believe there's even conversation about.
No, he's got to.
He's got to be back, and I think you're onto something, and I think Daboll's the right guy for the job.
Now we've got Championship Sunday is set. Those Philadelphia Eagles early game on Sunday. They're entertaining the San Francisco 49ers and Brock Purdy. They're 2.5-point favorites. Michael, I'm surprised. Everybody I talked to. you and I were talking before the show today. We're both on the Eagles. We both like the Eagles. There's a lot of people that are like, no, if you're taking the 49ers and the points on the road, what says you about Eagles-Niners?
Yeah, I mean, I see the glitz with taking the 49ers. It's the fun team right now. It's the America team, because look, it's Mr. Irrelevant, rookie year,
Amazing story.
in the Super Bowl. What is he, 7-0?
Yeah, 7-0.
Yeah, he hasn't lost a game, and he's got these players around him, with McCaffrey and Debo, and it's fun to watch, and they're an exciting team. So I get it. I don't think they're going to be the better team on Sunday. I think Philadelphia is dominant on that defensive line. I think they're going to make life very difficult for Brock Purdy. It's going to be a game. But I think the better team on Sunday is the Eagles. I think they should be the favorite, and they are.
All right, AFC Championship game. We're going to go with Bengals laying 1.5 points. Now, this line has gone all over the place. Bengals have been favored. Chiefs have been favored. Then Bengals have been favored.
Yeah.
It's gone spiked up and down. Its high water mark has been Bengals laying 2.5. How about Cincinnati and Kansas City with Mahomes with a high ankle sprain?
Yeah, listen, I think that's trouble. That's big trouble for Kansas City. Look, they're home. They're a great team. They've been a favorite as long as I've watched them since Mahomes got in there and made what he is, right? So this is a weird position to be in. But it's for good reason. Your quarterback can't play the game he wants to play, right? That 3rd down and 4,
No.
He's got to throw it. And you watched him on Sunday, and the throws that he was making, with that ankle, or Saturday it was, the throws with that ankle and not being able to put weight on. I mean, you actually saw him gimping for a first down at times. And he's probably in worse shape right now than he was on Saturday.
Yes.
And he's hurting. Now, I'm sure he's going to play. But how effective he can be, especially when you're talking about a defense that's playing as good as they have all year. That's a different story. It's not the same Cincinnati defense as we saw in the beginning of the year. They're all playing off of Burrow's coattails right now. They're excited. The coaching staff is fired up. I see Bengals victorious.
Now,
for sure.
Which one are you going with the pick on record this week? Is it going to be the Eagles laying the 2.5 or Bengals laying the 1.5?
Yeah, I think the Bengals are the play. I just see Joe Burrow as the guy. I think he's going to carry this team. It would create some Super Bowl. But I think that the way Cincinnati is playing right now and what they did in Buffalo, they made a clear statement. I don't know how close this game will be with Kansas City unless Mahomes is really healthy enough to move around.
In Burrow, we trust. Now it's up to you. Go to shopempireauto.com/pickwindrive. Register. It's absolutely free. Costs you nothing. If Michael's selection championship Sunday is correct, Cincinnati laying the 1.5 on the road in Kansas City. We draw your name. You're in the running for a car at the end of the football season. Doesn't get any better than that. Michael, good luck to you.
Thanks, Moose.
You got it, and good luck to you.